Spears takes to the stage with mic in hand for once. Oh, he's not going to scream? I guess he's too happy about the situation. Alright, everyone, before we end tonight's prom, we have a couple of items to take care of. First thing is, the principal pulls a tiny gold sheath envelope from his lapel and holds it up for the audience to gawk at. To announce prom king and queen. Well, this is a foregone conclusion. A few students are already congratulating NASA as he's led by the opposite's handler. Drum roll, please. Reed steps onto the stage with a small block in his arms. He smiles and nods, pushing one of the myriad buttons on the block. A mediocre recording of a drum. And your winners. For the 1 mil 2020 class. Ah! Million, I get it. NASA and Naomi. Who would have thought? He tosses the paper over his shoulder and yanks out the crowns from a pocket inside his jacket. Spears backs out of the spotlight, giving a polite applause to the pair as they rush on stage to accept. I'm glad they didn't pull a twist, because the twist is that it's actually add-on, but they didn't sign up, it'd be weird. The rest of the class is in celebratory uproar. Spears offers the crowns to Naomi, who puts the large one on NASA's crest to droop off and then dons the tiara. The whole moment is picturesque, just like she wanted. Thank you all so much, Volcano High. It's such an honor to receive. Also, who the fuck would vote for Anon? I don't really have a speech prepared, but in just one short year, we... Alright, let's stay on schedule. I promised your parents you'd be out here by 10. To close off this wonderful night, I've asked one student to play one final song for us. Now, I know she's played before with mixed results, but please give her a second chance. To finish up, please welcome Fang. Still not with the name, huh? I mean, I guess Lucy, maybe it's just kind of a bad taste at this point. Because the parents weren't supportive, so the name's got a kind of taint on it, on some level. Spears pulls the microphone up and gives a welcoming applause. But wouldn't he put it down because he's so tall? Fang is standing on stage, front and center, guitar in hand. Wait, who?
She was the last time, wasn't she?
I just started recording. She scans the room, a nervous look creeping over her face.
Those dicks!
I started waving my arms in the air, trying to catch Fang's attention. Gestures I'm doing and whistles with a thumb and index finger. Who the...
What, that weeb?
Only he could. Match made for losers! Fang notices us, and some of the nervousness melts off her face. She takes a deep breath and starts strumming the first unit of the song. Why isn't Reed in on this? Took half a year, but she finally completed the song from the roof. Which, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's just beautiful! The cascade of chords is a slow build that increases in tempo gradually. I don't know what it is, but having a slit-cut dress and a tail stick out makes it look way more like you're bare in the butt. Also, why can I see her? She's backwards. The dress is flowing away from the body. Why can I see her pelvic bone? God damn it. I care too much about clothes for this not to bother me. And, okay, the boob, right? The ring connects the top part of the chest to the bottom part of the dress. This creates tension. It would mean that her right chest is under pressure. There's a tent pulled taut over it. That tautness should prevent any sort of under-boob fold from forming, because it's taut, it's pulled, it's stretched, it's strained, there's pressure. Why do I see the under-boob? God damn it. But I love how she looks. I love how they do her elbows. They're kind of angular, but they work really well for the posturing. I like how her guitar is shiny. Thinking back over all practice sessions, Fang fretted over exactly what she would play. So in Goodbye Volcano High, they also do this. The song she plays at the end, Pretty Heroes, is apparently something she works on all year. I guess. Nothing is done with the idea, really. It ties a lot of things together, and it is the perfect song for the ending of the game. But it never gets really used in any way. Like, Goodbye Volcano High doesn't let anything breathe. Nothing is set up and executed upon. It just doesn't work. Also, Fang, half your anatomy has disappeared behind the neck of that guitar. That's weird. Turns out a rock ballad fit perfectly, both as a final song for prom and as a summation of Fang. After all, as she plays her heart out on stage, the growing surprise and cheers of the crowd, this song is the best representation of her. Trish and I cheer Fang on loudly. The lyrics we composed together were a mix of her, admittedly, overly flowery. The lyrics we composed together were a mix of her, admittedly overly flowery entry poetry from her wall, and my own shitposting. Surprisingly, it mixed well. Apparently, the rest of my classmates also too. Okay, listen, buddy. I don't want to tell you what to do, but cut it out with these words. Admittedly, surprisingly, apparently, cut back. They're starting to semantically satiate. Like, you shouldn't do 3 of those so rapidly in a row. Spin around to get a better look at the cheering classmates and immediately. Damn it. Like, use quickly. The problem is the amount of syllables these have. Immediately, apparently, surprisingly. Go with quickly, and soon, or soon fix it. I know I'm getting some reading friction here. It's minor. It's probably me just being a butt, but whatever. What a nice song, though. Look up the OST, you cowards. I spin around to get a better look at all the cheering students and immediately fix my eyes on Naomi. And she looks pissed. It looks like he's enjoying the show, however. He's probably happy that, things are going fine. He's probably like, listen, I trusted Anon and it paid off. No one to go to waste. I get my phone out and zoom in as stealthily as I can. I snap a picture of the seething prom queen before she stomps off, probably complaining about how perfect night was going. Yeah, because someone else stole the spotlight. Shame someone other than her gets the spotlight once, because she didn't even get to give her speech. Nasser got to give a speech about impacts. It's hilarious. The funny part is, it does change depending on what you choose in the car, which is, like, fine, but I don't get the point. I don't get the point. Like, the problem with small decisions is that they're cute. But you need an emotional core. You need something that you care about. Like, I don't give a shit about Nasser's speech. Who the fuck is Nasser? Nasser's whole arc. Let me grab let me get a drink. Opinions may change as Goodbye Volcano High is played. Nasser's arc in Goodbye Volcano High, in the thing I'm writing, is that he is... Okay, let me set the stage. In the thing I'm writing, not the Trico thing, which is like the sequel thing that's based on, like, effectively you want to be the Gator ripoff instead. It's a body swap story. The main character swap bodies with Fang, because Fang's story is already told in Goodbye Volcano High. You can't do that again. So instead, it's about everyone else and how they're dealing with things, and how the main character is dealing with things. In that, Nasser's big arc is that he is fucking terrified of being alone. At first he's like, Fang is having issues. He's kind of a bit like this, actually, the Snoot Game, where he's worried that Fang just needs some help to get out of whatever slump that made them think that they're someone else. But as the main character, kind of like, I'm a person, and we've all these memories and all the blah blah. Nasser's fear is that he is alone, and that he has no family, and that his parents won't be home, and he'll die alone, and there will be no one, and all of it is for nothing. And he won't even get to see his sister, like, sibling, for the last time. I think that should have been something that Goodbye Volcano High focused on. He is so defined by his parents. Nasser is defined by doing what his parents want him to. That his parents not being there at the end, or being there for long stretches of time, that is a fucking plot point that needs to be extrapolated upon. That contrast between Fang, who is used to never talking to them, and Nasser, who is desperate for that affirmation or whatever, or happy. Those two things should meet, but they don't. The story writes it fucking self. God damn it. I'm angry. Don't talk. Me angry. Not hehe. Satisfied with that Fang will enjoy seeing the picture, I begin pushing and squeezing my way to the further car. I really want to talk about the Trico thing more, but that's in development, and it's going some weird places right now that I need to sit on, which is unfortunate because that takes time. But yeah, the story the story, I don't even know if I'm going to make Naomi the extreme or the other extreme. But Trisha is the character who at the end is like, no. Which is funny because she kind of ends up being like in Snoot Game, where at the end she's like, but choosing between you killing yourself and me getting Fang back as a result of that, fucking do it. Here's the gun. Let me polish it up for you, buddy. Let me put the bullet in for you, buddy. Click, click. All right, where do you need the bullet to go, buddy? She's basically like, listen, we've had a year. We've been good friends. And the whole point is that once Naomi gets what she wants, once it all gets turned back to normal, main character is gone and Fang is back. In the epilogue, she's like, that fucking sucked. Like, it was so easy for me to dismiss someone all that time. And then when I got what I wanted, I realized that I just missed out on everything. And she kind of gets to be that grief, that regret, that I want to go back. Because she wants to go back to Fang, and then she wants to go back to knowing that person. Because now it's fine. Reed is more acceptance, because he's kind of fascinated by, a person from another world. They have all these weird dreams and things are happening. And Nasser's the sort of middle ground, like he's trying to compromise. He wants something, which is why Nasser's big scene, I'm done scene, is taking the main character Fang, Fang, over to a spot he went to. Which, by the way, is exemplified as, when he first got his license, what he did is he drove on the highway, and he went further. Because the idea is there's a highway in Kadira Bay, and it goes all the way around the Kadira. And at some point, it spins off and you're supposed to take that spin off because that goes to a city to the south, which I call Fossilon Beach. It's an important place. It shows up in a couple of scenes, or might show up. I don't know. It hasn't been written in yet. But there's a place to the south called Fossilon Beach. That's how you get there. If you keep driving on the highway, it gets to a point where there's a bridge. It just ends, and there's the construction of the beginning of a bridge, because the idea was someone wanted to build a bridge, a highway that goes around the planet, that goes around the entire planet to the other side of Pangea. Never happened, but a bunch of artists took that construction site and they turned it into an art piece. Nasser wanted to know what was at the end of that highway. So when he got his driver's license, the first thing he did is he drove there, and he saw there was nothing. And on some level, that was so cool for him. It was like, I did something on my own. I took my freedom and I used it. And what I found was something that's an art piece. I found something novel and new. And that became his little spot. And then, when he finally is like, you know what, Fang, you're not Fang, but you're all I got, and you've been nice to me. You've been a fantastic, supportive sibling. He drives him out there, and he goes, this is my spot. This is me. This is the part that means a lot to me. And they shake hands, and it's all like, you're my sibling now. You know what? Like, no matter what, family is people that you care for, and all that fun stuff, and all the memories we have. That's kind of the point. That's how Nasser's thing resolves. I don't know what to do with Trish and Reed. I think with Trish, it needs to be sort of a scene that gets built up, and then it's like, but I don't fucking care about that. I want Fang back. And with Reed, it's kind of accepted, which is why I kind of want to turn Naomi into a villain. Sort of like the story, but give her the Trish part where she fucks main character over. I don't know how to do that, because there's nothing about main character she can really use against him that would make sense, that anyone would believe. The other one is that she takes on Reed's role as the person who trusts from the beginning. We'll see where we go. It's just things I'm thinking about. The reason I'm calling him main character is the character doesn't have a name, and he doesn't get a name because he forgot his name in the process of getting here. And while I have the idea of the epilogue being that he gets the name Kasim from the parents, because the parents are like, oh, you've been so nice to Nasser. You've done so many good things. You know, you know what? If you're going to do this fucking stupid plan, that's fucking stupid, and you're going to stop the asteroid and you're going to bring Fang back, you know what? If you're willing to do that, after everything, you know what? We'll slap a big fat name on your grave's tombstone for you, buddy. Not like that, but that's kind of the idea, is that it's this final olive branch, the last one that he gets, is the acknowledgement from people, because he has... The family comes back. The asteroid, by the way, is shifted up a couple of months. It doesn't happen immediately on school day 1. It happens later, because that way the body swap plot can actually establish itself before the asteroid puts more pressure on. About a month in, the parents come back and they have a dinner, and then they go away again because things are because the asteroid is affecting things. People just aren't told about it. While they're at home and they're talking to, and they're having this chat, the main character starts grinding the shit out of them. Like, it's this high friction situation, because the main character is like, I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. I got into the audition. I'm helping Nasser. I'm helping him with this excessive workload. There's also part of Nasser is that he gets way too much work. He's like, I'm triple president, and he's really excited, but he has way too much work, and he needs constant help from Fang, which is kind of how they build up that relationship. Same with Reed, where the nerdiness kind of establishes the relationship. With Trish, I think it'd be more like, the idea I have is that they help with the project, with figuring out like a problem with the plant, in that the iron isn't absorbing properly, like the rootstock and everything isn't working together properly. They help with that, and Rosa gets on the terms, but Trish is still like distant. I don't want to go do with that. That needs development. Getting there though, then it becomes relevant. But during that family dinner, they get off on a really bad foot, like just god awful. No, wait, I probably need to shift the timetable up, because the revelation is a month in. If the revelation is a month in, then I want it to be a month later, because at that point it'd be reasonable for the parents to figure out on some level. Because at that point it'd be possible to say that and that's why you think about things. Anyway, as soon as Fang's eye lock with mine, I catch a look of unreserved glee on her face. That same look that she had back during the concerts as Mo. Or even when we found Mose in the first place. She's finally in her element, loving every second of it. Fang's voice begins to grow hoarse as she nears the end of her song. Mine's growing hoarse too, thank you. As the song reaches its crescendo, her final lyrics are echoed by the crowd and reverberates throughout the hall. Did you try to say reverberate? Goodbye, Volcano! Goodbye, Volcano High! The voice shakes as the words trail off, delivering a meteoric finale to her show. The actual Goodbye, Volcano High doesn't even have a meteor. The guitar echoes for a few seconds before the applause fills the air. Cheers that I didn't initiate this time. I want to join in, but notice Fang's utterly stiff posture. Eyes wide, rings pressing against her back, locked like a statue. She looked like she's about to faint from shock. I realize I have a opportunity here. And stone the fuck up. God damn it, I'm going to take it. I push my way through the crowd and jump on stage, taking the nearly catatonic Fang in my arms. Standing in an embrace on stage, my mind barely registers the crowd of students in front of us. Fang gasps and snaps back to reality. I can see the embarrassed mirth playing across her beautiful eyes. Kiss. Yeah! I love how pissed Naomi is. Oh, look at Nasser. He's so happy. Look at that goofy crown. Oh my god, it's actually built to sit over the crest. That's so good. Ah, this is great. No thought at all as I push my lips on against hers. Whew, behind me I hear the crowd cheer grow louder. I can hear Rosa and Stella's wolf whistles inside the crowd. I can even make out Nasser, Trish, and Reed's own supportive calls. It's a picture-perfect moment. Too bad we gotta get the school shooting ending, too, if the people vote that way. That's why I don't want to do it. Like, that's not even the worst ending somehow. That's an ending where Anon kind of gets off. Easy. The second ending is the one that's just mature and depressing as shit. And the third ending is kind of catatonic. Wait, missing one thing. I extend one out towards Naomi, who I know is suffering from neorectal Ragnarok by now, and raise one finger in particular at her. There. Picture perfect. Behind the wing, of course. Oh.